What's up guys, Andrew Bandy here, and on today's video we're going to be comparing two quite different guitars. However, it is a comparison that I've seen a lot of people asking me to do, so we're going to go ahead and do it. Of course, we are comparing the two Squier baritone guitars, being the big boy over here, the Squier Baritone Jazzmaster, which are not in production anymore, or the Squier Cabronita Baritone Telecaster, which is over there. I don't know why I crossed my arms like this. I'm gonna break these if I'm not careful. There we go, that looks better. So they are honestly quite different guitars. The only thing that's similar, in my opinion, is that they're both baritone, but even that is quite different. This one's a 30-inch scale. Nope, this one's a 30-inch scale. This one's a 27-inch scale. And really, there aren't that many things that are directly comparable between the two. However, since a lot of you guys can't get this one, you're wondering how the Baritone Cabronita Telecaster stacks up. And hopefully after watching this video, I'll be able to help you guys make your decision if it's worth holding out and seeing if you can find one of these rare ones, or just saying screw it and going for the currently available Telecaster. So for this demo, these are both tuned to drop E. So it is E, B, E, A, D, G. So normally it would be drop E on an 8-string guitar, except obviously I just took off the B and the E string, which would normally be over here somewhere. So that's what's going on here. These guitars have different string gauges on them, which I know is weird, and some of you guys are going to be upset about that. But the reason, again, is this one is 27-inch scale, this one is 30-inch scale. So you can't really put the same gauge strings on both of them because there's a 3-inch difference. So the strings that work on this guitar would be way too thick for this one, and vice versa. So a little different, but I think the comparison is pretty good. So before I talk anymore, this is what both of these guitars sound like in a full demo mix. Again, it's tuned to drop E, and of course, we are looking at the context of low tuned metal. Okay, so now that you guys have heard how both of these instruments sound in a full demo mix, I'm going to talk a bit about my thoughts on the two instruments and where I think you should make your decision. So as I was saying in the intro, these guitars are honestly quite different and not really directly comparable. But with that being said, I understand that the Jazzmaster is very hard to find. So in my opinion, I think the Telecaster is honestly just as good as the Jazzmaster. The main reason that I like the Jazzmaster more is only because of that 30-inch scale length. It's got that extra 3 inches, where if you're like me and you tune even lower than drop E, then that 30 inches is really, really gonna help you out. You can get super low with that thing, like down to like double drop B or something, no problem. So if you wanna go lower than E, I would suggest finding something longer than 27 inches. However, anything up to E is no problem on the 27 inches. So I guess that's kind of, in my opinion, going to be your deciding factor on what you want to do. If you're looking for something that's like 8-string tuning, which would be like drop E or F sharp or F standard or something like that, the Telecaster is completely fine. If you want anything lower than that, I would suggest either searching really hard and finding a Jazzmaster or going with a different guitar that has something longer than 27 inches. Other than that, however, like I said, honestly, both of these guitars are very, very comparable in quality. I don't necessarily feel that one of them is way higher quality than the other. They're both around the same price point, or they were when, you know, they were both available, around like the $400 or $500 US range. Obviously the Jazzmaster is way more expensive than that now, but I digress. So the fit and finish and feel of both honestly feels basically exactly the same to me. Again, it's really just a matter of what you want in that low tuning register and what you want to do with it. The pickups on these guitars are also completely different. However, I thought that they both sounded quite similar, but the pickups in the Telecaster actually had a little bit more bass to them, which was a little interesting. But other than that, they both have that nice like twangy sound because they're both single coil pickups. And yeah, it's kind of like a cool tone for a low tuned instrument. Not what you typically hear with, you know, your 8-string humbucker pickup. So it's got a unique sound, but either way you go. So now that I talked about my thoughts on the instrument, I'm gonna go over the actual specs of each instrument, starting out with the Baritone Telecaster. So for the Telecaster, we are looking at a poplar body, maple neck, Laurel fretboard, 22 frets. It also has vintage style tuning machines, of course a 27-inch scale length, and the bridge is also a 6-saddle string through body hardtail style of bridge. The pickups are Fender designed Alnico soap bar single coils for both the neck and the bridge. And as for controls, it has a volume, a tone, and a 3-way switch. Okay, so moving on to the Jazzmaster. For the body of the Jazzmaster, we are looking at a basswood body. For the neck, it is also maple. The fretboard is rosewood, not laurel. Of course, it has a 30-inch scale length, and it has 21 frets, so one less fret than the Telecaster. Of course, it's also got these beautiful pearl block inlays rather than the dot inlays on the Telecaster. This one has JM101N Alnico 5 magnet pickups, which are designed by Seymour Duncan. As for this one, it has the exact same controls as the Telecaster, which is just the volume, tone, and 3-way switch. The bridge type is a fixed top-loading bridge, which is not my personal favorite bridge, but it does the trick. And it also has the vintage style tuning machines, which are pretty much the exact same as the Telecaster again. And last but not least, the final difference between these two instruments is that the Telecaster is made in China, whereas the Jazzmaster is made in Indonesia. Again, the price point on these, as far as I remember, is about the same, again, being around $400 US. The Jazzmaster might have been a little more expensive when it came out, but honestly, I don't remember since it was quite a while ago. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully this was helpful to you if you've been considering if you should save up for the more expensive and rare Jazzmaster, or if you should just go for the cheaper, currently available Telecaster. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Which guitar did you prefer? Let me know in the comments below. Also, I want to let you guys know you can get audio downloads, guitar tabs, or a shout out on the screen like these people here if you join my Patreon page, which is linked in the description below. Also, last but not least, I do want to mention that the demo song that I was playing is a brand new song by my band Carcosa. It's going to be called Van to Black. It's not currently available, but this is a little preview of it. It's going to be out sometime very soon. If you haven't heard of my band, go check out our other 2 songs, A Plague and Our Scars, which is going to be out tomorrow, I believe, at the time of posting this video. Yeah, basically just go check out my band. Thank you for watching. Look forward to hearing your comments. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.